football from happening at FedEx Field. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Green Bay Packers and the Washington Commanders. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Fields this way up at the 17. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First play and a first throw for Rodgers. And he fires one that's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here because your offensive quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the match.
And this is taken in at the 5. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Now Howell. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's hot Clinton Dix with a pick. And the Packers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Well, whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line.
Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
For a team who came in here on a healthy winning streak, we're seeing some uncharacteristically bad play thus far. And that streak is definitely in jeopardy if this offense keeps giving the ball away and can't mount a few drives of their own.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Packers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play, 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. This defense for the Commanders, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times 2 receptions, what do you do now when you get into the game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try to run it more? Or do you try to quarterback? Make sure you see your guys open before you deliver.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. He's going to have the 1st down and more than that. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 49 yards. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Touchdown. Romeo Doubs, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Alexander Johnson, the one to drop him.
He only gave them an instant to react. It was a classic case of if you blink, you missed him. Off of the line and to the quarterback in just a couple of seconds. Running back only had a moment to react and attempt to throw a block.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Powell now to throw it. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Powell throwing on 3rd down here. This one complete to Scott Miller. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 38-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Powell to the air on 1st and 10. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Powell. He's got Turner. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That goes for a gain of 31. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Second down, Howell back to pass. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. 3rd and long. Here's Howell. Eluding the pressure right. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this 1st quarter. And the Packers are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this 1st quarter of play. The Packers Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Out left to Dotson. And he'll be brought down at the 27. They'll throw on first down. Here's Howe. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Devondre Campbell flies in to blow that play up. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Another try after the first down sack. Powell looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. Well, this offense hoping to change that right here. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Sam Howell scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Commanders are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. To throw, it's Rodgers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. William Jackson with a pick. And the Commanders are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. On first down, Howell. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one goes for 24 yards. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
They'll go play action. Howell. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Preston Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Another try after the first down sack. Howell. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
I know for us it's fun, and it's not so much fun for the rookie receivers when we see them coming into the league and we're going to training camps. You see them working on getting 2 feet down instead of 1. But the best ones train in college trying to get 2 down instead of 1, so the transition's a little bit less. In this case, though, wasn't able to complete it anyway.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Tressway on 4th down is sent out to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Protection time here critical for those types of throws. He probably wanted to sit on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Now it's Rodgers. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. On 4th down, Michael Pilardi on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And here's Rodgers on the return. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like, because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Throwing here, Howell. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that time. This time they want to string together a nice drive and have themselves out.
Here's Rodgers. Got Dobbs over the middle. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And again, it's Rodgers. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Packers. Robert Tonyan, 46 yards. And the Packers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taking it about the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Turner's got it on the crossing route. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. Sly able to put this one through, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This fielded right at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. But Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun on third down, Howell. He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson. That'll bring up fourth down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is taken around the 12. Call that one an even 60 yards. 6-0. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And down he'll go at the 25. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up here for 4. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Rodgers going to try and throw on third down. No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll punt it away for the second time. On the return, it's Rodgers. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. To try again after the sack. Powell slings this deep from McLaurin. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Micah Hyde. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And now here is another interception. It's Tariq Castro Fields who picked it. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Robinson will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. On 2nd and goal, Powell. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Micah Hyde. A big seam, and he might go all the way. He's at the 30, the 20. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Now Jones. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Now a play fake. Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers. Robert Tonyan with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jair Alexander. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Benjamin St. Just. And the Commanders will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really.
It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Washington. Charles, that's a pretty good response from a rookie quarterback. He's had his struggles in this game, including the interception on the last drive, but there he takes him down the field and puts it in the end zone.
I agree with everything you just said right there, and there's a silver lining to all of this, his resiliency. Because let's face it, when things are going bad and you're a youngster, they often continue to go bad. But in his mind and his actions, he said, this stops right here. And how about the positive play he just turned in?
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Rodgers now on first down. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timeout.
First and 10, here's Rodgers. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
He's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be third and forever. To throw is Rodgers. Under pressure, they got him again. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. A CD, a little bit of feast or famine for him. He's had some success throwing the football, but also now he's been sacked 4 times.
Yeah, you just mentioned the 4 sacks, but you're right. He has managed to hang in there and make plays at times. His offensive line, they've got to figure it out and pick things up and give him more opportunities. And he has to help them by getting rid of the ball a little bit quicker as well.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And remember, despite giving up the field goal, this is still a one-score game. They're in need of the touchdown and a 2-point conversion. A field goal on this drive likely doesn't do them much good. Finding Gibson on a slam. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. With a play fake, and now here's how to throw it. Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Rookie to rookie on the hookup there, and it's a first down.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a fourth down situation comes up, I'm thinking...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Ha-ha, Clinton Dix making the safety blitz look easy. Zooms in for the sack. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. There's McLaurin. What a catch. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
Boy, that completion comes with a high degree of difficulty, especially on the catch. Had to look that one in one-handed, able to do so, and ends up picking up a first down as well.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Not ideal there. That delay of game backs them up 5 yards, so now they need 7 yards on third down. Howell throwing on third down here. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11. Here's Tressway now. He's been terrific so far. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. To throw, it's Rodgers. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Howell throwing for it. Flushed out right. And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game now tied here in the 4th. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They will look to flush the memory of that pick 6 as we now have a brand new tie ball game here in the 4th quarter, getting down to the good stuff. Now Rodgers to try again after the pick 6. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. Sly on for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. This one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. And the Commanders will take over here just shy of the 30. 1st and 10 here for Howell and the Commanders. Just shy of the 30. 1st down, Howell to throw. He's got Turner. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. On 1st down, Howell. And this this one's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Powell got his man complete over the middle. It's Turner. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. And he finds McLaurin. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he takes it in. Touchdown. Today, sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, we jump right into this new season with an AFC South matchup between the Indianapolis Colts and the Houston Texans. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. Because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. It took him 3 plays and they're all the way to the red zone just like that. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that will get our tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. In this case, I think the free safety coming up and making the big-time play.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Watson. And this will be incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Edwards-Helaire on the counter. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Riley Patterson now on for the field goal. From 28 yards out. Patterson's kick is good. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Mayfield to throw it. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. He's got him in, complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Now 1st and 10 at the 11. Mayfield down. This will be caught just inside the 10. It's 2nd and 7 from the 9. Mayfield looks to throw. Got a man and he hits him in stride. Touchdown Colts. Tyler Boyd. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first quarter lead. Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have both bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate. They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on the
trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just shut something down and pump the football.
Let's go.
Following the interception, Mayfield. This one swung out to Montgomery. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Call that a very strong gain of 24. They'll run with Montgomery. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. David Montgomery, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Pinheiro's extra point up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete, and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
And still in the first half here, a long way to go. Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Watson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Marcus Jones picks it.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Mayfield. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit after they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
On 2nd and 10, Mayfield. He's going to wind up and air it out. Touchdown! Nico Collins, 37 yards. And the Colts are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. Yeah, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
2 seconds to go, first quarter. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Watson, sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. 21-3 is your score after 1. The Texans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. To throw is Watson. Got a man. It's De'Ami Brown, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To the air yet again, Watson. This will be caught once again by Brown. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
And that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
48 yards on the ground for him so far.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2nd down, back to Edwards-Helaire. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
Going with their tight end on 4th. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. They're going to run this this with a tight end. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. C.J. Board from 3 yards out. And the Texans are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it makes the score 21-10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he returns this to the 22. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. To throw, Mayfield. Going deep for Diggs. It got his man complete. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Stephon Diggs, 33 yards, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Pinheiro's extra point up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Texans 10.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they looked up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 36 yards on the play. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now it's Watson. He's going to go up top again. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson. And a catch right side by Evans. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. From the red zone now, Watson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Mike Evans, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Texans get a bit closer. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. A short kick taken at the 18. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. But right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
That's a drop kick right there. Not really confident throw either. This one's kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
After the interception, here's Watson. Flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turned it into a successful play.
And he is going to have the Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. On first down, Watson. And he's not able to